very warm welcome to the Sultan Ibrahim Stadium. We are in Johor on the southern tip of Malaysia. AFC Champions League Elite East Region. Match day number 8, the final match day of the group stages. Malaysian champions Johor Darul Taksim entertaining 2024 J-League and Empress Cup winners Vissel Kobe from Japan. Kobe have already qualified for the round of 16, having had just one defeat in their 7 AFC Champions League Elite fixtures so far. That's an impressive performance, those 5 wins, all with clean sheets. Johor Darul Taksim, well, they are reliant upon a victory tonight. If they get a draw or less, then they rely upon other teams. Gangwon and Ulsan in action tomorrow. Chengdu Rongcheng on the wrong end of a 3-1 scoreline. So it is any 2 of Johor, Gangwon and Ulsan into the knockout stages. And Johor can guarantee that if they get a victory. But they're off the back of a numbing 2-1 defeat against Sanfrecce last week. But they need to make home advantage tell. Conditions, it has been teeming down with rain over the last 24 hours. Nearly 10 centimetres of rain. The pitch looks absolutely perfect. It was aerated before, it was cut before. With the first electric mowers that are available in Southeast Asian football, the conditions do not seem to have been degraded by the rain that goes on, and a full complement of supporters on hand. Nearly 32,000 tickets have been sold in advance of this game, and the atmosphere outside was terrific. That Chengdu did actually lose, and so Chengdu cannot qualify. It's finished 3-2 in a match that has just taken place, so Chengdu Rongcheng are eliminated. That makes life a little bit easier for Johor, but they'd like to make sure of the contest nonetheless. As for Vissel Kobe, well, they're not of boisterous fans up in the far corner to see if they can cheer their team home. For Johor Darul Taksim, well, it's been an interesting ride in this Asian Champions League Elite. Good performances in Melbourne, and particularly here in the last home game against Shanghai. Resulted in just 1 point. The last home match here against Shanghai, 48 shots peppered on the opponent's goal, Shanghai Port's goal. It finished in a goalless draw. They also drew with Machida Zelvia by 0-0 here. So although they've not been beaten, they would like to get their second win in 4 home games, get to the knockout stage for the 2nd straight season. Really is an excellent atmosphere inside the venue. Crowds have been coming in for a couple of hours beforehand. Vissel Kobe under new coach Michael Skibbe have left a number of their star players at home, but even so, even though they're giving 4 debuts in this season's AFC Champions League Elite to players, it is still a strong lineup, and they are 2nd in the shortened J1 League. Shortened because they're going into a new season starting in July, so they've got a short 6-month season ongoing. Well, it's 2 wins out of 2 for Vissel Kobe. But that's in the J-League. This is the AFC Champions League Elite. It's the kind of game that Johor want to be involved with. A game against some of the best in Asia. This is Johor Darul Taksim taking on Vissel Kobe. Nacho Inter takes in the atmosphere. The veteran is in the starting lineup. Johor have got suspension problems for today. Jonathan Silva red carded in that defeat against Hiroshima. Also Oscar Arribas picked up a yellow card, which means that he is suspended. Vissel Kobe, as I say, a much changed team for Michael Skibbe. If they were to lose, then they can give that as a potential excuse, but they're giving experience to the like of Hidaka and Yamada and Yamauchi in the heart of midfield, and also Tominaga, a 21-year-old, will be appearing up front. But nonetheless, Johor's record against teams from Japan isn't great. In 13 AFC Champions League matches, just one victory. The anthem gets a raucous welcome. The mascots are escorted off the field of play. Vissel Kobe secure in the knowledge that they have already qualified, but a victory here will mean that they top the standings and will play the 8th place team in the round of 16. Here's the Johor Darul Taksim lineup, and I'll be fascinated to see who takes the wing-back position of Oscar Arribas. Hector Hebel comes in on the left-hand side. The back three look after themselves. Raul Parra, Eddie Ashrafulov and Christian Glauder, they are ever present. And as we can see, it's Nene and Hector Hebel who have probably been given that job down the left-hand side and the right-hand side, respectively. Expecting a 3-5-2, but the absence of Arribas really does leave a hole for Johor Darul Taksim tactically to fill. Recent recruit from Nagasaki in the J-League, Marcus Guillen, he gets a start up front, and returning from FIFA suspension that has been cancelled or postponed are both Hector Hebel and João Figueiredo. And Anthony Tubiare gets the starting goal. Match officials are all from Uzbekistan. Ilgiz Tantashev is a highly respected official. They do seem to produce them in Uzbekistan. And as well as the four on the field to play, the two in the VAR room are also from Uzbekistan. Abdur Rashid and Akral Miskuliev will be monitoring the play should the officials on the field of play miss anything. This is the Vissel Kobe side. As I say, so many first appearances. Look out though for Jean-Patrick, the Brazilian. He's more than capable of scoring goals. He and Jean-Victor Caetano are the only non-Japanese in the starting lineup. And first appearances in the AFC Champions League Elite for Tominaga, for Yamauchi, for Hidaka and Yamada. On the bench there are goals, and Komatsu Haruya Ide, both capable of getting on the score sheet. Michael Skibe, he has got his eye on progression in shortened J-League. Progression already guaranteed here, so he doesn't want any injuries. Experienced goalkeeper Suichi Gonda, 36-year-old, has to face Bergson da Silva, who hasn't scored in the AFC Champions League Elite, but is the all-time top scorer for Johor Darul Taksim. Scores goals for fun on the domestic league, where Johor are a perfect, played 16, won 16, and are 100 games unbeaten in league matches dating back to 2021. Domestically, they are supreme. It's on this stage that they've had one or two problems. Waiting for the countdown. Referee Tantashev. Skipper only came into the job at Kobe. They were back-to-back champions a couple of years ago. He only came into the job in January. These teams did meet once in the COVID-affected AFC Champions League. That was when Iniesta was playing for Vissel Kobe. They handed out a 5-1 defeat to Johor. Of that squad, none are in the starting 11 for JDT today. Similarly, not in the starting lineup of Vissel Kobe. AFC Champions League Elite East Region, match day number 8 of 8. Vissel Kobe were topping the standings in the East Region, coming into the final round of fixtures against Johor Darul Taksim. who are in 7th place and need a victory to secure knockout football for the 2nd straight season. Patrick will be leading line, the Brazilian. Tackle in from Marcus Guillen. Looks like he's the man operating down the right-hand side. Figueiredo and Bergson, the 2 front players. Switch over. De Hebel has to switch over to the far side where Hirose controls. This is Boniface Duka, who plays professional also in Australia in the A-League. Thumping tackle comes in. Domestically, on the international stage, they haven't found it as easy. Duka. Tremendous was chasing it, and Bergson will chase. Army. Goes long, and that's easy for Subiade. Real Spanish influence to Cisco Muna's selections in the AFC Champions League Elite. Penalty forward by Parra. The Spaniards on display. He's making his first AFC Champions League Elite appearance for Johor. A recent signing from Chinese football. Figueiredo. It's back to Parra. Ending up in a 4-3-3 or Kobe. All over the top, looks for Hector Hebel. Might break, here is Bergson. Bergson! Gonda saves. Hook clear. Hebel once again. Right opening by the home team. Bergson tries to get the crowd going. One ball comes in from Hebel. John Patrick is taken out. Having a look at the referee there, and Nacho Inter is very quick to apologise there. That could easily be an early yellow card for the experienced Inter. Born in Spain, is a Malaysia international. Here is Cisco Munaf, the head coach. He really has rung the changes. 43 players used in all competitions for JDT in this 25-26 season. Now his header. Yamauchi. Now that has to be careful. Gets it away the second time for Yamauchi. Parra. And he's on his run, Parra. Very unusual for him. As you can see, his cross wasn't the best, and Yamauchi sweeps up, but only finds Bergson, and Bergson. Good challenge on the floor, Bergson again. Second shot. Says he got a deflection. Referee was right on top of that and says no deflection. Oh, very, very quick into the challenge. De Silva, 16 league goals in this AFC Champions League, but he's been given the nod ahead of Gyro. Vissel Kobe said not one of the players who played against Nagasaki. First yellow card comes in here. That's Kaito Yamada on his debut. Mendes. Has gone down. It's perhaps more deserving than a yellow card. And he's led with the arm as Kaito Yamada. Can't quite understand it. Yeah, he's come through the youth ranks early on. Right midfielder has just got to be careful. Here's Rafalov. Trubiade stands to go long, miscues. Nicely played down the line. Hirose. Ronaldo with the throw-in. It had been torrential rain early hours of yesterday morning until 7 o'clock tonight. It has gone down as Bergson plays the ball in. Nacho Mendes looks for Bergson down the line, and Duka is over to cover. Duka only did half a job. Iwanami completes the job. Ronaldo is strong. Michael Skibbe, highly respected in the J-League. He's been given the task of taking Kobe on to the next stage, despite winning the title back-to-back years. Eliminated in the round of 16 last season. Because the treatment for Nene wasn't taken. He wasn't off the field to play. To Vissel Kobe. Very frantic for Johor. A draw might be enough, but they're then putting themselves in the hands of Ulsan and Gangwon, who are in action tomorrow. 8 points, as are the two Korean sides. Out of the equation on 6 points. Trinity also have a better goal difference. According to Jean-Patrick, not the best from Enduka. Worst of it. Take the ball in, protects himself, jumps into the Brazilian, Eddie Ashrafilov. Patrick being hit by an Azerbaijani freight train. Early efforts for Bergson. Nice power. Comfortable enough save for Sunichi Gonda. Signed from Debrecen in Hungary in September. Experienced custodian. Ishrafilov gives the ball away. Brazilian Caetano. Bergson on the charge. Bergson turns inside. Too many touches for Bergson. Nearly deflects for João Figueiredo. Well, there's the difference between the Champions League Elite and domestic football. He can take the extra touch domestically. But here, once he's got away from Boniface Nduka, just ran into the right back, Yamada. Now Vissel Kobe. Hasn't had a chance to get forward down this left-hand side yet, the Brazilian. That is what he does offer. Shot there. Kashmir Antlers a couple of seasons ago. John Patrick. Nene. Slaughter. Vissel Kobe condensing the space as much as they can. Johor being as physical as they possibly can be. Japanese not succumbing to it. Patrick, lovely little drop pass. Goke. Jowitsa got the ball, says the referee. Goke stays down. JDT play on. Referee stops the game under the imploring of the Vissel Kobe. She was very vocal there, Michael Skibber. Bergson once again. Lovely ball inside. Oh! What a save from Gonda to deny Marcus Guilherme. Clever from Bergson. Lovely little back heel. And a terrific save from Gonda. This looks like it's past him and he just gets those fingers to it. Marcus Guilherme scored a Johor goal early on last week in Hiroshima. Mendes stands it up, but that's easy. Rose to Jean Patrick. Physical challenge there from Raul Parra. Top save from Gonda. Wrong end of some fabulous goalkeeping performances in this competition here. Tominaga. Inter steps down and that'll be a talking to at least. Receiving end. Yellow card. Gary Yamauchi. 24-year-old. Part of midfield. That's what closing down from this. steal too many yards. Slightly behind the front man, Tominaga. Ostensibly, 4-3-3 becomes 4-2-3-1 when they're going forward. They shuffle off. Dealt with by Boniface and Duca. Away, Guerrero dives in. Here's Gaetano, advanced position for the first time. Looks for and finds John Patrick. Patrick's cross! Terrific header by Hector Hevel. Yamauchi does well to retain possession for Vissel Kobe. This is the man they want to be on the ball in this position. Gaetano, little give and go. Tominaga. Yamauchi. Koka. Slide rule pass. Antonio Glauder is over there and finds Marcus Guillaume, and Guillaume's got pace. For the little dainty ball down the line when Nacho Mendes in a better position over on the left-hand side. Zubiare. Figueiredo, picked up by Yamauchi. Counts expertly on the J-League team. Yamauchi. Yamada. Yamauchi. Gaetano. Goes down by Guillaume. John Patrick. Allowing a certain amount of physicality. Not that much physicality. Marcus Guillaume says, touch him, ref. From Nagasaki. Scored a couple of times in Johor colours. He's changed this team as the season has gone on going forward, has Cisco Munoz. He's changed his goalkeeper as well. Floating out to the far side. Guerrero does well against Oka. Glauder, signing from Cadiz, scored against Bura earlier on. Now he's got some defending to do. Yamauchi, Duca. John Patrick, chance to shoot. John Patrick. Oof. It skidded off the turf, and that was a scary moment for Anthony Zubiare. They work that space, nobody closed John Patrick down. That's come at him at a pace greater than expected. And that's a lucky escape for Subiare and for Johor. First corner for the visitors. Two in the 6-yard box, three beyond the 6-yard box, three lurking just outside the penalty area. It's all the way through, it's blocked, second chance, pulled away, third chance, side netting. Yamada looked like the goal was open for him there, just couldn't get the angle right as the challenge came in. It's Lauder who's thrown himself at the ball. Not really dealt with by Bergson at the front post. John Patrick, good save, and it's actually Nene who slid in. Taking the ankle there of Yamada. Just wide of the post. Yamada. Noise as always coming from what the fans call the Boys of Straits. Japanese football is famed for its fandom and the noise and the atmosphere that can be created. To replicate that. I was having a look at the referee there to see if there was somebody talking in his ear, just to say that Nene's challenge and he went into Yamada was illegal. The answer is no. Midway through the first half, it's still goalless. AFC Champions League Elite. Gaetano has to defend against Marcus Gear. Does so, but only finds Figueiredo. Figueiredo is chopped down. Yamauchi. Just trying to reach round Figueiredo as he turned well. Great experience, great learning curve for the likes of Yamauchi and Hidaka. And Yamada. Defensive lineup. Kobe, it's floated in, and Gonda just takes it off the head of Bergson. He's a whisker away, Bergson. Patrick. Tominaga is looking for support. Slow arriving. Tominaga once again. John Patrick tries to go through Nene. Para, sorry, doesn't work. Nene tidies up. Trapwell finds Lauder. Good pressing from Tominaga. Again, a miscue from Anthony Subiare, and there's a danger here. Tominaga was free in the middle of the area, and again there's an errant elbow coming from Kuto Hirose. It is who goes down, and there doesn't look to be anything in that. midfield player. Has to play in a left wing back position. Blocked out by Jean-Patrick. One big chance apiece. Terrific save from Gonda to deny Marcus Guillermo. Long-range efforts from Bergson da Silva. The other end, to Yamada hitting the side netting. Again, the best of clearances. Yamada finds Yamauchi. Number 6 role expertly. That's a lovely little just tease of the ball into Figueiredo. Tano, Jean-Patrick ahead of him. Goes over to the experienced Jose Iwanami. Goka. To drift is Goka. Sidaka. Goka again. Tight. Figueiredo. Support. It's eventually there from Hector Hevel on the left, but he doesn't use it. Ball over the top is comfortably dealt with. Made the run forward, dealt with by Duka. It's Boniface and Duka once again. Not quite what they meant. Aaron did well, but the pace over 5 yards there from Reese. That was pretty agricultural from Israfilov. All over the far post line, Yamada. He does like to sneak up from right back, Kaito Yamada. The half-hour mark. As expected, Vissel Kobe, even though it is a much changed 11 from what they played in the league, as Subiare once again gives out poor possession. Yamauchi. It's the penalty area. Mene is over to clear. Tominaga couldn't make the most of it. Big squad and they rotated so much. Subiare hasn't had a huge amount of game time. Long throw of Gaetano. Held in Subiare. Nice clean take. When he took that catch. Hector Hevel slows things down. Wonderful. Vissel Kobe, a win will give them top spot in the group. They already have home advantage in the away leg in the first of the knockout rounds. Duke's header. Interested. As long as he does that for both teams, it's okay, and he has done, to be fair. Alchi. The ball now is Hidaka. Jose These teams do like to trust their own young players in pressure situations. There was a concern about the disparity of wealth and resources in the finals itself. This team making it to the final of the AFC Champions League Elite last season. This year also, the finals, from the quarter-finals onwards, going to be one leg taking place in Jeddah. For Marcus Guillaume so far. Figueiredo. It's him who's held onto the ball. He reckoned he was being absolutely held by Yamauchi. He was trying to back in. Yamauchi wasn't letting him. We're going to have a little look at this. The free kick is for handball against Figueiredo. We're seeing the difference there between domestic football and elite level football, certainly for Johor. Football has been given an instant roll by Cisco. Ara. Down from Tominaga. Army is there. It's a little bit short, but Gonda composed. Finds Nduka. Takes things quickly. Johor not being able to really impose themselves on this game against a neat and tidy and organised Vissel Kobe. It was 0-0 here when they played Machida. It's 0-0 here against Shanghai Port. Strength there from Nduka. Mixed heritage. Nigerian and Japanese parents. Nduka. Big strong lad. From Yokohama. Sometimes give a game for these kind of games. Lauda finds Hector Hevel. Shrafilov, the work being done up front by Tominaga. Shrafilov is normally the starting point of so many Johor moves. Tominaga has prevented that being an outlet. Oh, it's coming the other way. Hirose lifts it up to the far post and coolly done. The most experienced player on the park. Subiara is looking for options and wasn't really anything on. Guillaume, first chance to run at his man. Slides it away, second corner of the game for Johor. Boniface Nduka. And And a roar goes up from the 32,000 or so present at the Sultan Ibrahim Stadium. Figueiredo was the target. Never ball in. Well defended at that front post by Yamada. Nacho. A lot of sympathy being shown by crowd in Johor, who are celebrating Chinese New Year, and Ramadan is literally just a couple of days away. Marcus Guillen, Figueiredo front post, comes to the edge of the penalty area, deflected. That will be a corner. Hevel it was, who was in a good position on the edge of the penalty area. Had to wait for it a little bit. Nice work from Hirose. Fourth corner in quick succession. And it goes near post, it's a bit wasted. Flag stays down. Hevel's cross, and guarded in beautifully! Mene's first strike for JDT. The Portuguese passing the ball past Suichi Gonda for a vital goal just before half-time. He did well to stay on the side. That might be offside. And it comes to Nene on the edge of the penalty area. The question is whether Hector Hevel got back from an offside position. The finish is beautiful. Gonda's going to his left. Nene puts it back onto his right-hand side. Gorgeous goal. But was Hector Hevel onside? Sure, this will take a number of looks, because Hevel took the corner kick and was coming back from an offside position when the ball was played into him. It will be very, very tight. Ominous. Yeah, Hector Hevel just couldn't get back in time. The corner kicker, when it was played into him, hadn't got back in time, and Nene's finish is excellent. He's not the problem. It's Hector. It is a correct decision. Nacho Inter playing the ball out to Hector, and credit to Vissel Kobe. They cleared their lines, they got themselves out very, very quickly. So we remain goalless. Louder. front of his goal. Changed his mind, and Para hasn't got the pace to get the better of Jean-Patrick. Kobe have done their homework brilliantly on Johor. They're not allowing JDT to play out from the back. This has been no service. And referee allowing some physicality. It's Hirose, who's the man, and Bergson doesn't get the decision. Header. Strafilov. Bergson. Ball low against João Figueiredo. First touch, Jean-Patrick. The pattern of play, and they keep to it to Vissel Kobe. Changes or not. Nice touch by Guillaume, by Nacho, onto Bergson. Passes an awful lot there of Marcus Guillaume. He's quick. Boniface Nduka is aware. Back with Gonda, who made a stunning save to deny Marcus Guillaume. Had no chance for the shot that went past him, but was disallowed for an offside. Put in by Nene. Great challenge by Nacho Insa. Here's Bergson. Figueiredo. Mendes. Corner. Lead striker of the ball from distance, Nacho Mendes. That one is on target. Switch under. Looked like he would have had it covered. Corner produced the goal, but was disallowed. Couldn't this produce? Every Kobe player back in their own penalty area defending. It's Rafilov's header. Belton clear. Anywhere will do from Tominaga. Bergson goes down again. Referee says no push. It's level. It was Imanami who went in bravely. So sweeps the ball 50 metres across the pitch. Finds Alpara. Here, close down Jean-Patrick doing excellent defensive work. Here wants to give and go. Luca is there. Figueiredo. JDT chasing the goal before half time. Para. Inter. Final few seconds of this first stanza. Para. Just want to lift it in. there. Only to Nene. Figueiredo. Too many white shirts, the free kick. As Figueiredo dived in. And second string or not, this Vissel Kobe side have adapted to the conditions and to the atmosphere and to the circumstances and to the challenge. Made life very, very tough for Johor. Whistle goes. AFC Champions League Elite. There's been guts and thunder. It's been physical. It's been competitive. Johor probably had the better chances. Had the ball in the back of the net once. And his goal disallowed for a correct VAR offside call. Figueiredo and Bergson have worked hard. They've had little return against Nduka and Niwanami. Up at the other end, Yamada hit the side netting. So we look at Nene, ponders what he did wrong with the goal, and the answer, he didn't do anything wrong. Like the Hevel was offside. Suichigonda with one outstanding save in the first half. It's tight, it's competitive. Johor in need of the win. Are being frustrated by Vissel Kobe, who are already guaranteed their place in the knockout stages. At half-time, AFC Champions League Elite at the Sultan Ibrahim Stadium. It's Johor Darul Taksim 0, Vissel Kobe 0. A very warm welcome back to the Sultan Ibrahim Stadium. We are in Johor, the southern tip of Malaysia. AFC Champions League Elite East region. It's the final match day of the league stage. Johor Darul Taksim need a win to guarantee a place in the knockout stage of this competition for the second straight year. Vissel Kobe are already there. In fact, they've a victory here and they will top the league. Goalless it is at half-time. Fairly even in terms of possession. Johor having 5 corners to 1. Chigonda making one outstanding save. He was beaten once by Nene. That goal was correctly disallowed for an offside in the build-up. Mendes and co have tried to out-physical Kobe. It's not really worked. With a team that shows no player who started in their league match against Nagasaki at the weekend. So we'll have another league match coming up this weekend. Johor Darul Taksim also showing multiple changes from their side. Beat Malacca 5-0 in the Malaysia Cup. 5 of the players who start in that game selected by Cisco Munoz for this one. This is important for Johor. They're in the semi-finals of the ASEAN Club Championship. They're romping away with the league. They've already won the FA Cup. Got 1 foot in the semi-finals of the Malaysia Cup, but this is the one that they really want. And progression into the round of 16 is the minimum expectation for the many millions of dollars that have been thrown into the JDT project. AFC Champions League Elite, second half is underway. Johor Darul Taksim in red and blue, going from right to left. Early chance. Ooh, Nduka. Ooh, was there a hand in there from Boniface Nduka? The ball seemed to drop very late on him. VAR have had a quick look at that one and decided no. Very scary moment for Vissel Kobe. Kaskian to take this corner. Glauder's in the mix. Figueiredo trying to make himself difficult. This Rafilov at the far post that goes through everybody. Out for a goal kick. Nene was waiting at the far side. Elias Rafilov is very often the target. No set plays for Johor Darul Taksim. No changes from either side at half-time. Michael Skibbe, it means that his side got Gonda in goal. Nduka, Iwanami and Gaetano along the back. Break off as there's another awkward moment for Zubiare with his feet. Field, Yamauchi and Hirose. Front 4, Goke wearing 10. Daka on the right, John Patrick on the left. Tominaga leading the line. Nduka helps it forward. Hirose, fight them off for Ryoto Hirose. By Hector Hevel, that breaks to João Figueiredo. What's his first touch like? Takes him into the penalty area. He's got options to his right. Figueiredo looks for Bergson. Again, Bergson just wants a little bit too much time that you don't get at this level of competition. Prolific on the domestic and the ASEAN stage. So at this top flight. Zubiare tries to close him down. Hurries the clearance. Johor. Zubiare in goal. Para, Israfilov and Glauder along the back. Inter, Mendes and Nene in the heart of midfield. Hector Hevel down the left-hand side Down the right-hand side. Challenge coming in from Glauder. He and Parra are old-school defenders. Figueiredo and Bergson leading the line. Figueiredo looks for Bergson. Here is Bergson de Silva. Flashes a left-footed shot wide. That left side channel. Iwanami doesn't show him inside, offers him the difficult shot. Knows that Gonda has the angles covered. If that is on target, it needs to be something special from Bergson de Silva to score from there. Nonetheless, bright and breezy start into this second stanza for JDT. Shrafilov wins the header. Parra. Mauchi finds Jean-Patrick. Minaga. Glauder. Here's the better of Hirose. Hirose there again is onside. Two in the penalty area. Jointer with a thumping challenge. Fortunate not to see yellow in the first half, Nacho Jointer, but in there is the veteran at the heart of this Johor effort. Yamada. Patrick. Come off for him because Guillaume was there. Chengdu Rongcheng lost earlier on today, 3-2. They were one of three teams who could overhaul JDT. Not happy with the lack of movement ahead of him.
The ball is low. The ball is low. They say 3 times.
Hevel. This left wing back position that normally belongs to Jonathan Silva. He's suspended after a straight red card. A very good imitation of a goalkeeper in the defeat in Hiroshima last week. Jean-Patrick. Shrafilov bites at his ankles. Yamada does well. Inter finds Figueiredo. Parra goes outside of him. Parra doesn't really know what to do. He's a superb defender, Israel Parra. The halfway line, though, seems to have some, like a mental barrier for the Spaniard. Such problems, though, for Yamada. One out to Caetano. So he hasn't really had an influence yet. Jean-Patrick is there. Caetano. If Johor were to lose, it would make them vulnerable to two Korean teams playing tomorrow. Ulsan stayed in play. That has stayed in play. The break is on. Oh, it's behind Tominaga. Hidaka had a chance to pick out a player and he didn't. Could have picked the pass and instead just drove it across, did Hidaka. 22-year-old making his AFC Champions League debut. If Johor were to lose, Ulsan can leapfrog them. Skangwon. If Johor draw, that can happen. Those games taking place tomorrow night. Hector Hevel. Puts the ball in first time. That's going to go all the way over. Marcus Guillaume. Here, Nene. Nacho just wants to keep it moving on to Hector. He's an international. He's on his left foot. Yamada with the block. Nacho Mendes finds Hevel. Shapes it up, and Gonda. Good communication, good talk, good take. It's made in 5 of Vissel Kobe's AFC Champions League Elite matches. He survived the changes from the new coach. This is another chance for Hidaka. Falls sideways. Hidaka. Superb defending. Lauda. And then Yamauchi. Knocked off by Nacho Inter. It's an important piece of defending by JDT there. Defending has been high quality from both teams. Here's Jean-Patrick. Tries to break down. He's got Para in front of him. Gaetano. Jean-Patrick. Yamauchi. Hidaka. Jean-Patrick. Doesn't chase. Lovely control of possession though. Yamauchi is impressed in the heart of midfield. Trafilov. It's over the top of Figueiredo. Might get another chance. Nacho Mendes. Yeah, did well. Bergson. First touch not the best, but his determination. He retained possession, then he gave it away once again. It's Trafilov. Figueiredo. Nacho looks for Figueiredo. Terrific defending from Nduka. Hevel. Israfilov. Fine margins for Johor. Do they chase the win? Do they trust Melbourne and Shanghai Port to help them out tomorrow? Figueiredo. Good pressing from Johor Darul Taksim. Looks inside for Bergson. Marcus Guillaume! Flag is up. That one equally tight. Uzbek assistant referee Andrei Tapenko. Flag is up. VAR will have a look at this. And Guillaume, yeah, he is. First time, maybe the second ball is played to him is tighter than we thought. Waiting. It's the second touch from Bergson. When he first takes control, it clearly looks like Marcus Guillaume is offside. But his second touch, Marcus Guillaume has got himself back much closer to the back line. There's every chance that this could be allowed. We've got Uzbek Akrol Skuliev, Rashid, and it's offside. Oh, that will have been marginal. Decision though is for the second time for JDT, no goal. Auchi, quickly taken. Nacho Mendes, if he looks to his right, here's Marcus Guillen once again. Bergson! Big chance wasted by Bergson de Silva. When it reaches Guillen on the far side. It's just behind him. Takes it first time, doesn't connect properly. Side of the post. Army does well. Duka back to Gonda. Duka again. It's an assured, composed signing. J-League this season, well, they're changing their system. August to May season, fitting in with the rest of the world, and to make that transition, they're having a short J1 season. Changes for Michael Skipper. Renkamatsu will come on up front. And Kento Hamazaki. A teenager, 18-year-old, making his debut. Matsu also making his first AFC Champions League appearance for Vissel Kobe, signed from Blaublitz earlier on this year. Kamatsu to Jean Patrick. It's come off Jean Patrick. Claims for a handball by Johor. They've stopped. Hara gets the header in. Jointer on the front foot so often. Long range effort. Deflected wide for a corner from Hamsaki. How about this for a confidence teenager on for his AFC Champions League debut. Second corner of the match for the visitors, Vissel Kobe. Just over an hour. The delay is because it's an injury at the other end of the field. Tano is still down. And a third change coming on. Tano going to be replaced by Kensuya Nagato. That's left back for left back. Signed from Yokohama Marinos last year, and again he's been a regular, so he doesn't necessarily weaken them, certainly not defensively. Nagato. Johor have got to focus as the corner is about to be taken. Arda couldn't get there. Range effort. Wide and not too handsome from Mitsuki Hidaka. Now, do Johor chase the win will guarantee qualification? Do they guarantee guarantee themselves a point and sit back just a little bit. The latter is a very dangerous course of action. The former could leave them open to a fast break and a defeat. Daka does well. Agato. To find John Patrick. John Patrick through on goal. John Patrick couldn't poke it home. Under pressure from Raul Parra. There is the danger. It's actually Eddie Shrafilov who has to do the covering. And does just enough. Is the danger for Johor Darul Taksim. Hevel hoists it high. Kuka does well. Pushed by Nacho Mendes. Daka. Fortunate to come away with that. Yamada. Murasaka. We heard the bellow. Free unimpressed. Hector Hevel. Vissel, to their credit, put the ball out of play. Shrafilov covers for Johor as we approach the final quarter. Great pressing from Vissel Kobe. They defend from the front. Bergson. He'll keep on working, he'll keep on battling as long as he can. Johor think of one or two attacking changes into the final quarter. Goalless at the Sultan Ibrahim Stadium, and it has been in two of the three previous AFC Champions League Elite matches this season. How the previous two were goalless, I'm still not sure. The Hevel beaten to it. Hamasaki guides it wide. Inter can't get there. Marcus Guillaume can. Tubiara did just enough in goal there to force Komatsu sideways rather than towards goal. Iwanawi. Yamada. Really like the work of Kento Hamasaki. He's had a quiet game. John Patrick might get there, indeed he does. Wins a corner for Vissel Kobe. As he yellow card for a late challenge by Eddie Ashrafilov. Left Ren Komatsu on the floor. Pointing finger from Ashrafilov, but a yellow card. To Hirose to in this corner. Attacks from the far post. Shrafilov is there first. Back up. Still 5 white shirts in the penalty area. Chalenta does a good defensive job. Hevel. Bergson will chase and get there first. Nene dispossessed. Changes coming now for Johor Darul Taksim. 20 minutes to go. Gyro is on for Bergson. Rumbles that he hasn't broken his AFC Champions League Elite duck. Gyro brought in for these big occasions. João Figueiredo is the other man who is coming off to be replaced by Iago. Lightning fast winger Iago Cesar, signed from Korean club Anyang in January. Two, both off for Johor. 20 minutes to go. Gato holds in towards Nduka, then Nduka's header. Ashrafilov does well and is pulled as he made the clearance. Gato's header. Matzo over the top of Parra. It's broken to Jean Patrick. And again, the Brazilian's got pace. Attacks the penalty area. And off the side of the post. The danger is there for Johor. And then they had a 4-man break. Nacho Mendes crashes into his man. Apologises, that's his first involvement. Iwanami it is who's hurt, but up at the other end, again, danger signs. So we have a look at Mendes into Iwanami. Jean Patrick with his pace, driving into the penalty area. Tamazaki, left foot against the base of the post. Nene just doing enough to put off the teenager for a debut AFC Champions League Elite goal. Army's okay. Both sides have now hit the post. Gyro is on. One Brazilian replacing the other. Clears. Gyro to Nduka. Nduka's strong. Gyro wins it back. Squares it. Big chance. JDT have the lead. Marcus Guillaume, a second AFC Champions League goal. Well, they've just survived a scare at one end, and they've broken at pace. Gyro does well to win the first ball, does really well to win the challenge, and then Marcus Guillaume under Gonda. The third time of asking, Johor will get their goal. That could be the pass and the goal that puts them into the knockout stages. He scored early on in Hiroshima against Sanfrecce. Nduka, out-muscled by Gyro, and Afik Fazail is about to come on for Nacho Inter in the heart of midfield with instructions to ensure JDT get to the finishing line here. Afik just down the road in Pontian. He's the local in the team of international players. And he takes the captain's armband. Over 250 appearances for his local club. And Johor have the lead, and Johor have a place in the knockout stages in their grasp. Double change coming the way of Vissel Kobe. We're going to see the introduction of Tetsushi Yamakawa. And also Nansai Ino. Go to right back, Yamakawa into centre back. Afik, Yago is offside. Like John Patrick at the other end, who can give his opponent a couple of metres because he's got that incredible acceleration. Yago Cesar. Manase. Johor will try to manage the rest of this game. Goes long, somehow kept in play. Hirose. at that, him versus Iago. And Iago just does enough. Well, he's not been in Malaysia long. He's already making a name for himself. Gato to curl this one in. Comes a long way and hit the Hevel. Belted clear under pressure from Rikuta Hirose.
Stopped the play, which I can only assume suggests that he is asking for some advice from the VAR team. No advice forthcoming. Anase goes short. Namakawa. He's done well. Hirose's cross. Cleared at the near post. Hevel. Casquia does well. Looking for Gyro. Sayino, Yamazaki, in Zubiare, nice claim by the Spanish-born goalkeeper. Best ball played in all honesty. Gyro's physicality. What an assist for the goal for Marcus Guillaume. Armband goes to Tetsushi Yamakawa. Centre of midfield. Matsu, but only for the JDT throw. 10 minutes to go. This is Kabunak in his first full season with Johor Darul Taksim. Iago. Fig keeps it simple. Para. Nene. Fig. Iago, chance runner. Gatano. He does. Iago's cross. Over Gyro. Now knows that Iago is both quick and tricky. And Duka. Daka. Saki. Saki once again. Vissel Kobe happy to give the ball to Yamasaki in dangerous areas as well. They trust him. Okay. Yamakawa. Under pressure, Yamakawa from Marcus Guillaume, who is the goal scorer. He's the man who's made the difference. Disallowed earlier in this half. Johor have had more of the ball in the second half, created better chances. This is a deserved lead, but at 1-0 it's a tentative lead. Yamasaki. Hirose, it's another corner. 5th of this half, 6th in total for Vissel Kobe. Change for JDT. Or are they going to wait until after the corner? From Iratabal is going to come off. Like for like change, centre back for centre back. Alpara comes off. Iratabal straight into the action. Another of those reprieved by that stay of execution. The suspension. Shirts in the penalty area. It's over the maul. It's clear by Nene. Well, qualified or not, Vissel Kobe are chasing this one. Katsui Nagato. It's over to aim a long throw towards the front of the 6-yard box. The first touch and then chase the second ball. The second ball is won by Vissel Kobe. Iago looks for Marcus Guillaume. Say is there. Marcus Guillaume will hold the ball up and wait for Iago once again. Time is on Johor's side. Iratabal. Nice first touch. Try and take the Hevel. Link over the top. Looks for Nacho. It's John Patrick. John Patrick is the danger. Comfortable for Zubiare though. Johor Darul attacks in 1. Vissel Kobe 0. An unbeaten home record, maybe what takes JDT into the knockout stages alongside Vissel Kobe. Japanese club setting the standards. Chida likely to top the overall standings. Lauda, Mendes, EM, Afik, Nacho Mendes, Gyro in the middle. That's poor cross from Nacho Mendes. He knows it. Hasn't been able to get into this space too often in this match, and when he does, he gets his angles all wrong. Right idea, looking for Gyro. Anase. Saki, John Patrick. Great challenge from Iratabal. And he managed to keep the ball in play as well. Prevented the corner. It'll be a throw-in. Nagato once again. Mendes. Nacho Mendes only up into the air though. Guyan needs to be careful. His physicality helped produce an assist for the Johor goal. Too physical there. The final minute. Anase. Amazaki. Couldn't find a way through Afik Fazel. Marcus Guyan. He's got Jairo down the left and over on the far side. Nacho Mendes. Jairo can't get the better. Boniface Nduka. And a foul by Johnny Razabal. 5 minutes of time to add on. Nervous laughs from the crowd around me. Nanase gets the better of Hector Hebel. Zubiare, good hands. That looked like it might just be beyond his reach. Gonda down at the other end, able to collect the long ball in from Zubiara. 1 minute of the 5 gone. That'll be a free kick by Nacho. Nene goes down. The real or eating time? Doesn't really matter. The referee, who's had a very good game. The referee, he's allowed some physicality on both sides. Once you get into the knockout stages, home and away, for the potential quarterfinals in Jeddah in Saudi Arabia. It's a smile for now for Jairo da Silva, but there's work still to be done. Probably at least 1 minute to add on. Nene is back on the field of play. Johor back up to the full complement. Lovely ball playing into Nagato. Razabal. Corner is not prevented. All bar Shuichi Gonda in and around the JDT penalty area. Vissel Kobe chasing a late equalizer. And they get the header in, and Nduka. But it flashes wide of the near post from Boniface Nduka. got too much on it. Calder was there anyway. And Duca bullied by Gyro for the only goal of the game. Johor will be happy to keep this down the sides, just to keep possession, to eke out the win. 31,000 plus on hand to see JDT's progress into the knockout stage. Yago, pace to burn into the penalty area. He wins a corner kick. Ooh, no, he doesn't. Nanase tries to take on Hector Hebel. And the Malaysian international puts in a crunching tackle. He's had to fill in at left wing back. Nagato comes over. Just try to put this one into a difficult area. Duca's header, easy for Zubiada. As we tick beyond the 95 minutes. Possession the key, Gyro, Afik. Plays it into the corner and Yago's pace. Puts in a cross! Oh, and a terrific save to deny Nacho Mendes. John Patrick. Final seconds. Expecting this one to go at least to 96. Nagato. It's one into the far post. There will be a final corner kick opportunity for Vissel Kobe. There was a lengthy injury during the time added on. Shuichi Gonda, the goalkeeper, has gone up to see if he can produce a dramatic late equalizer. Everybody in the penalty area. It's over everyone, up the post. Oh, astonishing. And Duca with the header. And the final whistle goes, and Johor are into the knockout stages by the skin of their teeth. A 1-0 victory over Vissel Kobe. A 73rd minute winner from Marcus Guilherme, and Cisco Munoz has done what he was brought in to do. And those fans have done their part as well. They've sung and chanted throughout the 90 minutes. The introduction of Yago, giving Johor just that little bit of extra pace. And Marcus Guilherme, his second AFC Champions League Elite goal. That has proven to be an excellent January signing for Johor Darul Taksim as it secures their berth in the final rounds. Michael Skibber, gracious in defeat. Vissel Kobe, with larger second string team, have really pushed JDT all the way. They've hit the post twice in the final 10 minutes, but it's Johor who will progress. A 1-0 victory, their second here at the Sultan Ibrahim Stadium. They are unbeaten here, it's finished thanks to Marcus Guilherme's 73rd minute goal. Johor Darul Taksim 1, Vissel Kobe 0.